Welcome back. I'm Dr. Scott Peters, specialist of the foot and the ankle. I have a lot of patients that tell me, I really just came in to have a conversation with you, to schmooze with you, and to hear some good stories. So I decided I'm going to share some of these stories that patients have told me that everybody should hear about these. So this first situation I'm going to tell you about, it's a lesson in common sense. That's what we're working on here. I got a call from a doctor at the local hospital from the ER. He works in the ER. And he said to me, "Are you in the hospital by any chance?" And I wasn't. I was in my office. And he said, "I have a mess here. I don't even know where to begin with it. Can I send her over to you?" And my first thought was, if she's such a mess, can she even get over here? But yes. So I said, yeah, sure, send her over. So he sends her over, and she's got a huge towel wrapped around her foot. And I start taking the towel off, and I ask her what happened. So this woman happened to be a nurse. So she told me she woke up early in the morning to do some quick rototilling, and she decided to use the rototiller in her garden in her flip-flops. If you don't know what a rototiller is, it is a gardening or farming apparatus that is meant to chop up the earth. And so she did this in her flip-flops. And while she was doing great for a while, eventually it got stuck, and she tried to pull it backwards, and when she pulled it backwards, it gave way, rolled right over her foot, and turned her foot into hamburger. It wasn't a great idea. Obviously, it was a mess. I told her right then, "You're probably gonna lose your foot. For sure, you'll lose some toes." I told her, "I'm willing to at least try and work with it, and let's see what dies and what lives, if anything lives, and we'll keep it clean, and I'll see you twice a week." So for approximately 5-6 months, I was seeing her twice a week, and eventually once a week. And amazingly, I didn't have to amputate her foot. Amazingly, I didn't have to amputate part of her foot. And more amazingly is she didn't lose one toe. I can't remember if we did some skin grafting, but whatever the case may be, we kept it clean, and we kept removing the devitalized tissue and putting proper dressings on. And so even though this was a lesson in common sense, everything did work out pretty well for her. She went through a lot of pain and a lot of lost time and things like that, but in the end, she didn't lose anything, and her foot was fully functional. The lesson is learned. You got to use common sense. If you're going to use equipment that can chop up the earth, make sure you're wearing a shoe that will protect you from such elements. This is Dr. Scott Peters. Use your common sense.